Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike here at Game from Scratch, and today we are talking about the HDRP, or the High Def Render Pipeline. This is one of the two Unity scriptable render pipelines, and it is dead. Well, it is going to be dead. Now, this isn't really news to me. I'm going to go through a little bit of the history of HDRP first, and then we'll go to the near future of HDRP and what can be expected. First, if you've never heard of it before, a couple of years back, almost a decade at this point in time, Unity launched the new scriptable render pipelines along with two new pipelines. The HDRP, which is the high def pipeline. This is meant for consoles and the like. And then the other one is the universal render pipeline, which is meant for lower end devices, mobile, that kind of thing. And what happened when they created these two pipelines is they also had to create two different workflows. So you had to create two different shader editors, two different occlusion culling systems, etc., etc. So everything that they did, they basically had to do it in duplicate. And that was less than ideal. On top of that, if we really go through the list, and this is from Gemini, I said, give me a list of titles created using the Unity HDRP. And this is it. This is what they've come up with. I Am Fish, Lego Builder's Journey, Skater XL, Road 96, Siberia, The World Before, V Rising, Hard Space Shipbreaker, and Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Not exactly a world-shaking list of titles there. There's also a number of graphical demos. There's a couple others like Pathologic 3, which was just released. But it didn't take over the world by any definition, especially considering how far back we go. So the HDRP pipeline was first implemented, and it's a very different story than available for production, but it was first implemented back in Unity 2018.1, so in May of 2018. And the production-ready version, or the first verified version of the HD render pipeline and the universal render pipelines was back in January of 2020. And then since then, again, not a huge list of games being created using it. And then I did mention that the writing was kind of on the wall with this one. And there's two things that happened in the past. So we had a massive leadership change at Unity, by the way. So the way forward changed. Earlier on, at the keynote for their annual Unite Developer Conference over a year ago, they announced that Unity 7 was coming and that it was going to be a major change going forward. And at that point in time, HDRP and the universal render pipeline were going to be built into a single unified pipeline. The thing is, at the next year's version of Unite, so Unite 2025, that was Unite 2024, well, most of the people behind that decision were no longer at Unity, and that was basically wound back. But the thing is, the pipeline change, that wasn't going to go away. And so that is what leads us to today. So this is on the Unity discussion site, and they have this post about calling this the render pipeline strategy for 2026. And we want to share where our focus is when it comes to Unity's render pipelines. This is a topic we know is in a lot of your minds and one discussed extensively with many of you, including at Unite Barcelona, at which I was at. We've heard your feedback about the complexities that come from fragmented options, and we're making some key changes in 2026 to simplify things and focus our efforts where they can make the biggest impact to you. Advancing the Universal Render Pipeline, or URP as I like to call it, to enable developers to rapidly innovate, prototype, and bring to market any game of any genre with high performance across every platform. We are concentrating our efforts to bring forward even faster performance, build times, enhanced stability and extensibility, as well as a new beautiful 3D lighting runtime capabilities for dynamic and procedural worlds. So basically, they're going to buff and put all their focus on the universal render pipeline. And they're going to maintain the HDRP. So that kind of means no new features. There is one last new feature, and that is the already announced Nintendo Switch 2 support. So they're going to bring that to stability. So if you are using HDRP now, you'll be able to use it then. But that's kind of the end of the road. And then starting the official built-in render pipeline deprecation process in 6.5. So the built-in pipeline has been around for a very, very long time. Has been slowly getting deprecated. Well, it's going to start being fully deprecated in 6.5. So that's where we're at in terms of the URP, what they're going to do to it. It's a render pipeline used for the vast majority of Unity games released in the past 3 years. It is the most flexible and allows studios to target any genre of any platform from 2D or 3D and mobile XR to the latest consoles. Our new strategy aims at making as much space as possible for URP to progress faster than ever before. We are continuing to bring more performance and build time optimizations, improving even further its extensibility and addressing issues with the highest quality standards. We are heavily investing on enhancing its visual capabilities to cover genres requiring dynamic 3D content and dynamic lighting conditions on the widest range of platforms. This will include physical light unit support, pre and auto exposure, physical sky and dynamic sky manager, real-time global illumination, screen space reflections, on-tile post-processing for mobile devices, and more. While we bring these new features, we want to make sure that they do not significantly impact build times, build size, and overall performance if one does not need them, while making sure that they are designed for scalability and extensibility in mind. All right, so HDRP. HDRP is already feature-rich, enabling you to achieve high-quality visuals without having to invest your time implementing common rendering features. These tools power many successful and beautiful games, such as Harold Halibut, Project Z Beyond Order, Z Rising, PGA Tour 2K25, Node, The Last Favor of the Antari, Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. Gotta admit, I have not heard of the vast majority of those titles, and many more, as well as many industrial applications like ArchViz, configurators, or simulators like VertaMed. There are no new features are planned for the HDRP. So that is the key thing you need to know. HDRP is effectively done development. It is the Switch 2 version of the HDRP will be released, and then that is basically it for the HDRP. So they're actively working to bring HDRP support to the Switch. This will allow HDRP games to reach a wider audience and showcase the power of this new platform, leveraging a feature set optimized around GPU compute capabilities. We're actively validating on internal and select external projects at the moment. Our goal is to release an official preview for all Nintendo developers in 6.5. Going forward, we are focusing maintenance of HDRP on stability, regressions, and critical issues of widely used functionalities while we continue to accelerate ERPs, feature sets, and capabilities. So there you go. So in the 6.5, we're going to start doing the deprecation. So they're marking the built-in render pipeline as deprecated in 6.5, but it will continue to be available until the 6.7 LTS version, at which point you can effectively think of Unity as having a single pipeline going forward, which is going to be the universal render pipeline. So HDRP is not getting any further development other than the completion of the Switch 2 version, and then it is basically done, and they're going to be focusing their efforts on bringing the ERP up to HDRP standards for graphic fidelity and that kind of thing. And in all honesty, I think going back in time, they made a mistake when they did the whole split render pipeline thing. They basically doubled their workload for a pipeline that only something like 5% of the community actually ended up using. I honestly think this is the right strategy. The standard render pipeline, the scriptable render pipeline, that ERP and HDRP is built on is still there and underlying, which allows a studio to get in there and customize things if they wish. But really, the end result of this announcement is going forward, ERP is the king. HDRP, no new features after Switch 2. After that point, it is maintenance only. And starting with Unity 6.5, this built-in render pipeline is going to be marked as deprecated, and it'll be available up until Unity 6.7. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, I think this is a good idea. I think that they're addressing a mistake that the development effort versus the reward after the fact just wasn't there. So they had to basically create two versions of Unity, one for HDRP, one for URP, and if they hadn't done that, Unity would probably be further ahead today. But hey, better late than never. So let me know what you think of this change. Are you using HDRP? Will you continue to use HDRP? I'd love to know. Comments down below. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.